Day 2 of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union State Basketball Tournament presented by Iowa Farm Bureau. You're watching the Mid-American Digital Network. It's 3A quarterfinals today as we get you ready for Des Moines Christian and the Williamsburg Raiders. It's the 6 versus 3 game here on Tuesday morning. Hello, everybody. Along with Joanna Settles, I'm Paul Yeager. Glad to have you here courtside as we get ready on this big day. We got a lot of classes to get through. But we got to start with what looks to be on paper, Joanna, a fantastic game. What are you looking forward to most?
I cannot wait for this matchup. It's kind of Eastern Iowa versus the Des Moines Central area as these two collide. They haven't overlapped yet, so it really will be a battle of speed as these two will push the tempo.
You have Des Moines Christian, which plays in a non-CIML. They're going to have the CIML conference tournament in 5A next week or later this week. But Williamsburg is no stranger to state tournaments. You've seen them in state softball. But how did they get here is the key story, and for these two teams, for Des Moines Christian, they're 17-7. They knocked out Algona, which was seen at least by the seedings an upset. They're great on defense, 35 points a game. Addie Etker is the key. Look at that, 16 points. What stands out about DMC?
Des Moines Christian is so great in transition. They push the ball, they can all shoot, and they know how to hit the three.
For Williamsburg, they knocked out Prairie City Monroe to get here. They are 23-2. Carly Rich, she's great in softball. She's even better in basketball. Her aunt is the coach. It's a family affair, and it's a good team as well.
It's a beautiful family affair. I actually went to college with Carly's mom and dad, the late Perry Rich and Darcy. She was the catcher. I was first base. For her to be able to play, for her aunt to bring this team to state is incredible. Of course, Stephanie won 3 at Washington, so she brings all of that experience, fire, and passion here today.
The Hall of Famer and former Miss Iowa is getting ready to go, and so are we. Your seeds for success are coming your way next here on the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union Digital Network. Des Moines Christian and Williamsburg coming up next.
Here in Greater Des Moines, we're the unexpected sports mecca that feels like home. We are the big ballers, the little kickers, the underdogs, and the bulldogs. We've got events wacky and wild, big and small, we host them all. That old sports cliche, nobody believes in us? Nah, when you come here, you'll believe it. Because in Des Moines, only the S's are silent. Let's go!
At Mid-American Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. Mid-American Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Des Moines Christian and Williamsburg. There's a look at the Raiders to our right at our center court position. Their 2 losses this year, Joanna, to Dallas Center, Grimes, and Mount Vernon. They're 23-2 out of the WAMAC Conference. What do you see as keys for them?
Well, those are quality losses. When you talk about those teams, those are both teams that are at state. But for Williamsburg, no pick 6. And what that means, football and basketball fans, is that number 2 for DMC, Addie Etker, is so good. She's like Cooper DeJean. She has long arms. She can steal the ball. She really is remarkable. And that's what Coach Stephanie Dacey really wants to watch out, that she doesn't get too many steals and scores on the other end.
And for Des Moines Christian, their 3 losses came all the way back in the beginning of the season. ADM, Ankeny, and DCG. So for DMC, what do you see?
Steal, speed, and score. Steal the ball, speed up the tempo, and score in transition.
Des Moines Christian advanced on the win against Roland Story to get here. This is a squad that Coach Harkin and I were talking before the game this morning. I said, you're getting to play everybody that you want to and get ready. He says, yeah, we're playing a 4A schedule even though we're in 3A, so we're ready for big nights like tonight.
They're absolutely battle-tested. And those have been some tough losses that they've had. I mean, DCG here at state again, right? And so what you learn when you have some tougher losses outside of the conference, which is helpful, but you learn what your weaknesses are and you try to turn those into strengths.
And boy, they certainly have strong teams. When we look at Williamsburg real quickly here in the last few seconds, we talk about 2-time state champs, good in track, good in other sports. How does that translate to basketball?
It's an expectation of winning, right? It's a culture of winning, and that's what every school strives for.
Every school strives to be here playing on the big stage at Wells Fargo Arena. We have the other three teams in the Final Four, the semifinalists in 3A. Mount Vernon beat out West Marshall. Esterville Lincoln Central knocked out Cherokee. Wahlert won the late game last night against Spirit Lake. And then this is the final. And then later today, we're going to go back to 4A, where it'll be Heelan and Xavier, Norwalk and Central DeWitt, North Polk Sioux Center, Maquoketa, and DCG. The starting lineups, the national anthem, the introductions, and oh, by the way, basketball coming your way next here on the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union Digital Network. Des Moines Christian and Williamsburg coming up.
Hello, I'm Brent Johnson, a fifth-generation farmer from Calhoun County and president of the Iowa Farm Bureau.
And I'm Erin Gerlich, executive director of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union. We're excited to have you join us for the Girls State Basketball Tournament.
The Iowa Farm Bureau is proud to be the title sponsor of this amazing event. Iowa's farmers work endlessly to grow and raise nutritious food and sustain our local communities. Similarly, Iowa's student athletes dedicate countless hours to train and excel in their sport. Partnering with the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union allows us to celebrate farmers and student athletes while supporting and empowering the Iowa girl.
Reaching the state tournament is a tremendous achievement, and it requires strong support. Thanks to the Iowa Farm Bureau, we can celebrate and honor students for their accomplishments on the basketball court and in the classroom. The Iowa Farm Bureau is dedicated to your success, assisting our organization in providing awards, grants and scholarships, as well as concussion insurance and these wonderful championship hats. These contributions not only protect student athletes' health, but also highlight outstanding performance in both athletics and academics.
As Iowans, we have so much to be proud of, and every single one of us plays a role in making our state great. So, from the Iowa Farm Bureau
and the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union,
congratulations on an outstanding season and best of luck in the tournament.
Welcome. We are so glad you're here for today's 2025 Girls State Basketball 3A quarterfinal matchup featuring the Des Moines Christian Lions and the Williamsburg Raiders. Fans, tradition is an important part of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union's storied history. Because our past is an integral part of what we do today, we ask that everyone in attendance please join in a round of applause to show appreciation to all the women who have participated in high school athletics in Iowa. Once an Iowa girl, always an Iowa girl. Fans, at this time, the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union and the Iowa Farm Bureau would like to recognize the outstanding sportsmanship shown by Des Moines Christian and Williamsburg. In recognition of the importance of good sportsmanship, each state qualifying school was asked to nominate a spectator who represents their school and community in a sportsmanlike manner. Jersey Knight from Clarinda High School, a member of the IGHSAU Student Athlete Advisory Committee, We'll present each nominee with a certificate of recognition and a $250 check payable to their school scholarship fund. Please join us in honoring these individuals whose decorum and respect for others serves as a model for all spectators attending interscholastic events. From Des Moines Christian High School, P.J. Amos. And from Williamsburg High School, Jay Grunwald.
Expects all fans to demonstrate positive sportsmanship. Support your team, support your coaches, and respect the officials. We all play a role in enhancing the environment of school-based activities. Thank you for your attendance and enjoy the game. And enjoy the game. And enjoy the game.
The Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union promotes good sportsmanship by everyone here today. We request your cooperation by supporting the participants, officials, and spectators in a positive manner. Profanity, racial, sexist, or abusive comments, or intimidating actions directed at officials, participants, coaches, team representatives, or event personnel will not be tolerated and are grounds for removal. We thank you for your cooperation, and as the girls said in the video, enjoy the game. Fans, it's now time to introduce the players in today's 3A quarterfinal matchup. First of all, here are your non-starters and assistant coaches for the Des Moines Christian Lions. Number 1, Haley Van Mersbergen. Number 4, Kira Roberts. Number 5, Sophia Hudson. Number 11, Eden Rude. Number 12, Bryn Van Mersbergen. Number 13, Katie Hall. Number 22, Reagan Zimmer. Number 23, Maya Neeram. Number 24, Lauren Schmaltz. And number 35, Mary Lutz. Your assistant coaches, Ashley Ray, Kelly Rush, Pat Mattingly, and Abby Miller. Now let's meet the non-starters and assistant coaches for the Williamsburg Raiders. Number 2, Briley Weingarten. Number 3, Demi Horvath. Number 4, Kylie Sewer. Number 5, Channing Becker. Number 15, Kylie Allen. Number 22, Allie Gorsh. Number 23, Jenna Urian. Number 25, Taylor Sanchez. Number 30, Jordan Skaggs. And number 31, Chloe Ossie. Your assistant coaches, Brent Kozichek and Aaron Davis. And now, here are your starters for this 3A quarterfinal. For the Lions, at guard, a 5'7" junior number 2, Addie Etker. For the Raiders, at guard, a 5'6" senior number 1, Carly Rich. For Des Moines Christian, at guard, a 5'6" junior number 3, Claire Kirkman. At forward for Williamsburg, a 6'1" junior number 10, Zoe Allen. For the Lions, at guard, a 5'6" senior number 10, Meg Muller. At guard for the Raiders, a 5'3" senior number 11, McKenna Hughes. For Des Moines Christian, at forward, a 5'10" sophomore number 14, Ellie Owen. For Williamsburg, at forward, a 5'10" sophomore number 12, Ava Hooker. And a guard for the Lions, a 5'6" senior number 21, Etta Fish. For the Raiders, at guard, a 5'10" junior number 24, Kennedy Skaggs. Head coach for the Lions is Chris Harkin, and for the Raiders, Stephanie Dacey. Now, ladies and gentlemen, Let me introduce to you our officials for today's 3A quarterfinal as assigned by the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union. Your referee, Mark Worth. Umpire, Patrick Edsminger. And umpire, Matt Scholl. Your bench official, Dante Terry. Now, ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we ask you to please stand. Join us in directing your attention to the flag as we honor our many veterans who have served proudly, those currently serving and protecting our freedom all over the world and our great country of America, with the singing of our national anthem today performed by Allie Robinson, Grace Sleeper, Maya Pennington, under the direction of Jackie Hawkins-Keck. They're from West Delaware High School. Ladies and gentlemen, our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you, ladies. Great job. All right. Who's ready for state tournament basketball?
Well, there you go. Now you know who's playing. Williamsburg. They're in white. In their all-white uniforms, Berg on the front, red numbers trimmed in black, a little bit of gray on the sleeves. Des Moines Christian from Polk County, navy blue, white numbers, trimmed in baby blue. There's Coach Harkin. As they make their way to center court, we are glad to have you here. Edgar, Kirkman, Muller, Owen, and Fish, your starting lineup for the Lions. And for the Raiders, Rich, Allen, Hughes, Hooker, and Skaggs. Matt Scholl, Mark Rath is ready to tip it off, and we are underway. Williamsburg takes the opening tip. They'll go left to right here on the Wells Fargo Arena floor on Tuesday, March the 4th, 2025. Glad to have you here, Joanna Settles and Paul Yeager. In this Class 3A, and early on, Williamsburg goes around the outside. Early on, it's Rich.
You can see this tough pressure defense by Des Moines Christian.
Floater off the mark by Skaggs. Rebound out to the Lions, and that's Ellie Owen. Up ahead, they had a deep player getting behind the defense. Zoe Allen, you talk about a pick six. That was getting behind the defense for an open seam right there.
They were. We'll have to watch and see if Williamsburg releases someone, not to crash the defensive boards, but to get back so that Des Moines Christian cannot score in transition easily.
A little full court pressure coming out for the Lions. Raiders break it easily. Rich drives into the basket. Left-hand scoop is knocked out of bounds. No contact to warrant a foul, and it's off of Rich. It'll be Lions basketball. No score first 44 seconds.
And here comes the full court pressure. We'll see this by both teams.
Dribbling across is Kirkman and over the timeline. Owen. A little bit of flow. First offensive possession with more than one pass for DMC. Tied up in there. We're going to have a held ball between Owen and Allen.
Good help defense by Zoe Allen for Williamsburg.
Since the Raiders took the opening tip, it goes to the Lions on the alternating possession. Three on the way from Fish is short and grabbed underneath the basket at Kirkman, so call it a pass. And the shot clock violation, there was no iron, no change of possession, therefore no reset. And that'll be a turnover here early on.
Here's the man-to-man pressure by Des Moines Christian. A lot of help side. If they can trap, they will, but broken easily by Williamsburg.
Hooker has it taken away, and stepping on the line were the Lions. So Williamsburg will keep it. No change of possession, so 28 on the shot clock.
Yes, that's what that pressure does. It speeds things up.
Rich to inbound. "15-footer off the mark by Skaggs. Rebound Lions.
Yeah, it was a nice pick and roll. Just didn't fall that time.
Edgar with the basketball. She's the leading scorer for DMC. Let's see what kind of defense is drawn up for her.
She scores 16 points a game, so look for her to score.
Drive, contact, and free throws coming for Etta Fish. Foul looks like it's going to be charged to McKenna Hughes, her first. There's Fish on the drive, and yep, right in the body. Hughes went straight up, even though she's a tough on-ball defender. Had a little tough time there, and we finally have a point.
Yes, for Williamsburg, you saw the lane open and Rich driving, and then for Des Moines Christian, you saw the lane open and there's Etta Fish driving. The reason the paint is so open is because both teams are phenomenal at making three-pointers, which makes the defense have to stay honest and stay towards the perimeter to cover all three-point shooters.
This time, Williamsburg elects to dribble, and they go on the far sideline and dribbling through the press. Three shot on the way, no good by Skaggs, and then we're going to have a whistle and go the other way, and that's a foul on Williamsburg. Zoe Allen called for the personal.
I like how she was going after the rebound. It's not such a thing as a good foul, but maybe that is a good foul. When you're going for that offensive board, I love her intensity.
Williamsburg still trying to get their first point. They trail 2-0, 5:48 to play first quarter. Edgar, give and go, and another foul as Owen's going to head to the line, and already fouls. That is the third team foul on Williamsburg, and all of a sudden, Joanna, that could become a quick storyline.
And here you see that pick and roll action. They try to hedge. The weak side comes over a little too late, and an easy drawing the foul, attacking, using that pick and roll. Expect to see a lot of pick and roll action from the top of the key from Des Moines Christian.
Channing Becker into the game, and this is an IMT insurance substitution. Learn how you can be worry-free at imtins.com. Owen's second free throws like the first. Good. Again, the pressure, and this time a steal in the backcourt. And a missed layup. Rebound Edgar. Passes it around, and now Williamsburg comes away, and now we're going to have a foul on Des Moines Christian's Meg Muller. What do you think of this pace so far?
It's pretty fast. Neither team has really settled in yet. We'd like to see. We haven't had any three-point makes yet. Both teams score a lot of points, so neither is comfortable here yet in Wells Fargo, but the defense is fired up.
Becker dribbles from one side to the other. Now Rich comes for help. Carly gets it across the timeline, and then she gets trapped and gets rid of it. Down low, little late pass for Allen is intercepted by the Lions.
Yeah, a great jump by Kirkman.
And stolen away by Rich. Now Carly goes in for two.
That's how you turned your defense into offense. 2 for Carly Rich.
Back up ahead, quick pace, and an easy bucket for DMC's Bryn Van Mersbergen. 4-point lead for the Lions. Becker dribbles through, and she's fouled. All right, so on a press, you always hear coaches say, Joanna, go to the middle. Right now, Williamsburg's not doing that. Is that an effective strategy at this moment? Because it seems they're getting up the court, but then they're not seeming to have a second option.
Well, I like when they just catch and square up and look to see if there's something. I thought Carly Rich did a nice job. She saw her options instead of just dribbling right away. Yes, you do want to get to the middle, but you have to see what's open before you go into, I think, the sub there.
Becker,
she actually went into 3 defenders the first time and dribbled into 3, which is why she lost it. So it's knowing if you have 2 on you, somebody else is open.
And that's in the middle is where she ran into that traffic. So yeah, that's excellent point there. All right, tipped ball goes out of bounds. Williamsburg will have it. 20 on the shot clock. Becker with the basketball, top of the key. Now left side Skaggs. She dribbles up towards the top. Rich coming. Drives in, has it poked away by Kirkman. Williamsburg gets it back. 5 on the shot clock, and the ball is going to go out of bounds off the leg of Zoe Allen. Turnover, Williamsburg.
Again, great pressure defense by DMC, and Coach Harkin said it's all about that help side defense, and when you double that ball, it puts so much pressure on the offense.
Coach Harkin in his second year at the head of Des Moines Christian. And a good layup by Etker in her first 2.
And once she blows by her defender, somebody's got to step in and try to slow her down.
And that's going to be a foul on Claire Kirkman, preventing Rich from getting by right in front of her coach. And another substitution coming in. This time back into the game is Ellie Owen. Learn how you can be worry-free at imtins.com.
Des Moines Christian falls back into a half-court defense for the first time in the game.
6-point advantage for Des Moines Christian. Williamsburg looking to get a good offensive possession here.
Williamsburg needs to get the ball into the paint. They have a height advantage, and they haven't used it to their advantage yet.
Allen's working hard in there. Rich blows by the defense, lays it in, and she's going to get an and 1 opportunity.
That's how you slice and dice right through the defense. Lay it off the glass for 2. Can she get one more?
Take a look at this replay. Just a nice fake right, go left. Moved it over for the future Wartburg Knight. She'll trade Williamsburg for Wartburg on the front of her jersey next year. Rich, excellent softball player. Misses the free throw. DMC 8, Williamsburg 4. Etker into the corner now for Van Mersbergen, who dribbles back up towards the top. Owen pulls up, shoots the 3. It's going to be front iron, tipped around. Loose ball grabbed by Etker. She drives in baseline, lays it up, no good. Again, rebound, Des Moines Christian. Third opportunity, 3 on the way, and will fall. Lawrence Schmaltz.
A great three-pointer there, but Williamsburg cannot give DMC 3 opportunities on offense.
Three-pointer, no good. Rebound, Williamsburg put back up, no good by Allen, but the Raiders, again, three-pointer. This one's good.
And that's
Skaggs.
what makes Carly Rich so good. That extra pass, that unselfishness, the assist, and the good three-point shot.
Lead cut to 4. Etker off the screen, now the give and go to Hall, and before anything happens, we have a foul on the floor. It's going to be on number 5, Channing Becker, her first. Team 4th. So next foul against Williamsburg. Des Moines Christian will shoot free throws the rest of the quarter, and same for Williamsburg. They'll shoot a free throw. DMC both at 4. Owen. Now Schmaltz into the left side. Etker cuts, fouled on the shot. Hooker, I think, got her.
That's really the third option off that out of bounds for low play that they made. So effective. They keep ball screening. They're getting switches. They're getting mismatched. They're doing everything they want to offensively. Now they just have to finish.
Free throw good by Etker. Coach Harkin told us earlier this week, he said, hey, Addie is deceivingly quick. I think that is that's one thing that's different between tape and in person when you see somebody is you just get a sense of how fast they are.
Yes, she's so quick off that dribble.
Free throw's no good, and off the miss, Williamsburg turns it over.
There's that pressure defense just kind of eating away at and taking away the offensive opportunities for Williamsburg.
And that is the 4th turnover by Williamsburg in this quarter. Driving in is Kirkman, and she steps out of bounds with the basketball. That's a no-no.
Good extra help by Channing Becker.
Here comes the pressure. Becker dribbles through it, then gets it to Rich, who gets it across with a couple of seconds to spare. Coming up on 90 seconds left in the first quarter. Des Moines Christian by 5. Hooker is fouled on her way to the basket, and picking it up is Claire Kirkman. That is her second.
One thing that you've seen change, and you can see this in the replay, she's driving left. You can hear the DMC crowd wanting that charge call, but that has really changed. We go advantage to the offense. If you're taking it to the hole, we were calling a lot of charges a couple years ago, and that switched. Let's give the advantage to the offense, take the ball to the rim, end up at the free throw line, and put it in.
Hitting the first is Ava Hooker, her first point of the game. Again, Coach Dacey said, hey, Ava is quick, she's got length, but the key part to me is that competitive fire to win. And the free throw is good from Hooker. She's only a sophomore, by the way. Des Moines Christian moves the ball around well. Open three is no good by Schmaltz. Rebound Williamsburg. And a three ball can tie it. Rich. Now Hooker into the right corner. Becker. Back top. Here comes Hooker. Three. No good. Becker the board and a fresh 35. Rich for three. Short. And saved into the arms of Addie Etger, who dribbles coast to coast, lays it up, and misses. Hooker the rebound.
Yeah, Becker brings the ball down. Let's just mention that she is a 5-foot freshman, and she got the offensive rebound on the last possession. I got to give a shout out to that.
Put that on tape and show to the 8th graders. This is what you can do as a freshman. Nice drive. The runner, and we're going to have free throws coming. Skaggs was fouled on her way to the basket. And I think they got Schmaltz for that one. No, they're going to call that one on Meg Muller, and that's her second.
A nice crossover move going right to left, getting into the paint.
Free throw no good. Into the ball game is Kylie Sewer. Learn how you can be worry-free at imtins.com.
Kylie Sewer, another freshman, a 5'11 freshman. Kylie's on my daughter's volleyball team, so I got to help Kylie. But she hasn't been at practice recently because they keep practicing basketball in Williamsburg. So a fantastic athlete.
So here's the thing. Held ball will go to Williamsburg, which will mean the alternating possession arrow will then change. So now DMC, if they can hold here, will prevent and get the ball to start the second quarter. Let's see what happens in the final 18 and a half. Top of the key, and it's going to be into the backcourt. Sanchez chases it down. 15 seconds. She needs some help. Gets it here. Now 10 seconds. Driving in is Skaggs. Trying to get it to Sewer. Loose ball. 5 seconds out of bounds. It'll stay with Williamsburg. 5.3 to play.
A really nice bounce pass that was a little too hot to handle. One thing that's great about the state tournament is these are some of the best out-of-bounds play. Here you see a box set. If you don't have enough, these are a great opportunity to get them.
Rich is going to have to launch the three and bank it in! We're tied at 12. What a way to end that first quarter. Even up, quarter two coming your way as we go to break. Watch this back. That's exactly what you call in the backyard. We've played one here at the state tournament.
At MidAmerican Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. Mid-American Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
It's Frank. Frank. Mr. Frank. And just what you did now, I think you're the best ever.
In your neighborhood, there's a place so good. It's so nice to be at a store meant for me. The feeling of family, you have to agree.
Wow, thanks, Fairway Frank.
Welcome to Fairway, your Fairway family.
Across Iowa, hundreds of neighborhood banks are providing jobs, supporting businesses, and strengthening our communities. Here, success is built by you, and the life you build is backed by Iowa banks. See what we mean at iowabankers.com. Look at the Des Moines Christian Band. I wish you could hear them as well as we get to. They did a little pregame concert, and it was rocking. Joanna Settles. Were you dancing? Did I see you dancing to them a little bit?
You know, I used to be in the pep band. It gets you fired up. I love it. I love all the school spirit. It's super fun.
What instrument?
French horn.
French horn?
Yes.
In the pep band?
Well, you know.
You play the trumpet in the pep band then?
It's the marching French horn, so it looks like a trumpet with a bigger bell, yes.
You're talking about a mellophone.
I'm talking about the mellophone.
I had a mellophone at home, and that's a 3 from Ellie Owen to start quarter 2.
What did you play?
I played saxophone.
All right.
And Becker has it knocked away, gets it back, recovers, and Rich gets it back, cuts the distance in half. That runner won't go, but the rebound putback is good for Kylie Seward. Her first 2 of the game.
She did a really nice job of keeping the defender out of the way so Rich could attempt to score, and then Kylie with the great offensive board and right back in.
Trying to get to Etger, and before she can get the shot off, she took an extra step. Turnover. And turnovers were big in that first quarter. Des Moines Christian had 6, now 7 to Williamsburg's 5. Any other first quarter stats stand out to you there?
What stands out is when the score is tied, you expect a lot of parity in those stats. Both teams only 1 for 4 from 3, so a lot of identical statistics. I look in the rebound, it's 8 to 7, so very similar for both teams, but it's Carly Rich leading all scorers in this game so far with 7.
Rich back with it, top of the key. Dribbles left, now kicks left. Shot clock at 10. Inside they go Hooker. She gets her own rebound, fires it back out to Rich. Same spot she banked it in before. This rattles around, and a block on the shot by Hooker. And I'm not sure if it was Etger that did that block. We'll see here on the replay if we can tell, but great defense by Des Moines Christian.
I think it was Ellie Owen at 5'10", sophomore. Pretty explosive as she jumps and gets her hand on that ball.
Back into the ball game for Williamsburg is Zoe Allen on an IMT insurance substitution. Learn how you can be worry-free at imtins.com.
Williamsburg goes with a taller lineup with 2 post forwards in the game.
Interior pass is pushed to the extreme corner of the arena by Etger. Fish comes to the rescue. Poked around, and finally, Williamsburg comes away with the loose ball.
Yeah, Sanchez was falling backwards, but still tipped it and went to her teammate.
Rich, off the screen, gets to the rack, misses strong. Put back, and 1 coming for Zoe Allen.
Great pick and roll, great take by the point guard, Carly Rich. Doesn't quite connect as we see it here. There she goes, but who do you have? You have your cleanup crew. There she is, Zoe Allen. Up and in for 2, and the +1.
You talked about Stephanie Dacey as a player. Coach says her niece is better at basketball. Best basketball player in the family. That's a little modesty. But right there, that was a heck of a good play.
It sure was. She's so quick, but that's a lot of humbleness. You can say that and really be humble when you've won 3 state championships.
Down at Washington. Played at Wisconsin. 15-foot baseline shot, no good. Long rebound comes on the weak side to Seward. Here come the Raiders. Allen. Now Becker. Becker's getting a lot of minutes here in this game. Rip through Rich.
Dribble handoff action up top.
Sanchez drives in, lays it up, but they're going to count it. Continuation.
That is the 3rd and 1.
So we look at Sanchez. She got by Fish, and then, the poke.
But she drives through two, puts her head down, goes hard to the basket, finds herself at the charity stripe.
I think some coaches might have called timeout when Des Moines Christian was on their run early, but Coach did not let her team play through. What's that say?
Confidence in your team.
And they've rewarded her. Williamsburg now with a 3-point lead, biggest of the game. Edgar is fouled on the way to the basket. I think Sewer or Becker.
Sewer, yeah, she wasn't set.
Yep, Sewer picks up the personal.
Again, advantage offense. And Addie will take all of that.
The long arms of Sewer, not enough there because she got her on the body.
Such a quick crossover there, going right to left into the paint.
Edgar now with 4 points. Coach says she fills up the stat sheet. Excellent scorer. Really good at soccer. Not too shabby at basketball either, though. She misses the free throw there. Allen gets the rebound for Williamsburg, and the Raiders look to extend their 2-point lead as we approach the 5-minute mark of the first half. Becker takes a dribble, goes right. Now Rich from the wing. Shot clock at 10. Into the corner. Sanchez, 3, no good. Rebound, put back, and score for Zoe Allen.
I like how Daisy went with the taller lineup, and they have gotten every offensive board they can.
Good drive, but stuck underneath is Van Mersbergen, and Fish gets it back. The 3 rattles around, no good. Put back and a foul. Van Mersbergen headed to the line on the contact.
Kelly thought that was clean. Must have just caught her hand.
Picked up her second. They have expectations for Kylie. Coming in as a freshman, great freshman class there. As we mentioned, Becker and Sewer getting a chance. Here's a look at it again. That is one of the more common moves. The what? Free throw is good by Bryn. Back into the lineup. Katie Hall comes in on an IMT insurance substitution. Learn how you can be worry-free at imtins.com. Becker walks it up. 3-point lead for Williamsburg. Becker, 3 from the corner. Off long, Fish the board, tips it last moment before she falls down to Hall. Edgar pestered by Becker up top. Good entry pass in, and a foul as Van Mersbergen headed back to the line.
Van Mersberger was in the short corner. She cut hard to the basket, and the defender did not make her go behind. So a great entry pass by Edgar. When you cut in front of your defender, it makes an easy pass and an easy basket.
Bryn has not been to the free throw line very much this season. I thought she had a low percentage. Coming into the game, she'd only made 6 of 13, only going to the line 13 times. But she's attacking and doing what needs to be done.
She is. You saw her cut quickly there on the replay with the defender behind her.
Rebound to Williamsburg, and it'll stay a 2-point lead for the team out of the WAMAC.
That's 4 rebounds now for Allen.
Becker drawing the double team, which means somebody's going to be open somewhere else. And that's going to be a double dribble on Skaggs, and she knows it. I appreciate a good my bad. Don't you?
Well, when both hands are on the ball, it was pretty obvious. Yes. Again, that's that pressure defense of Des Moines Christian, which they've lived by all season.
Good vocal section of the Des Moines Christian fan base behind us. You just saw on screen. Williamsburg brought a few fans too. They might be headed home in some rain. We're going to have all 3 seasons today here. It's an Iowa day.
It is. Well, yesterday it was 60. My kids wore shorts to school. Today we have over an inch of rain. Speaking of raining, when you get to the hoop and put it up, rain in twos for Etkin. And then, of course, tomorrow it's -3 with 2 inches of snow. Oh, sorry.
We'll talk
Never
about
mind.
that another time about what tomorrow brings. 3 on the way for Williamsburg. No good. Edgar, who was awesome on the offense before. Let's see. She has it knocked away, and it's taken by Hooker.
Wise decision there not to pass ahead by Hooker. Taking no risk, taking care of the ball, get the ball in the hands of number 1, Carly Rich.
Now into the corner to Allen. Hooker, turnaround 8-footer, off the mark. 3 Lions there, and they grab it.
There's that speed up the tempo, pushing the ball ahead. A double.
Oh, nice move,
Screen
Edgar.
there.
Step back, no good. Skaggs the board. Interior to Allen. She's fouled before she gets the shot on the entry pass. I think they've whistled Schmaltz.
They haven't pounded the ball inside too much. Most of the points and action by the post for Williamsburg have been off of the offensive rebound. So I like the entry pass. I thought Rich could have gotten a little closer to the corner before she made that pass, but a strong post up by Allen.
Now the board says 5 team fouls, but we're not shooting free throws. Okay, Hooker, short, no good, rebound Edgar. Edgar's having a half. Fish up ahead, behind the basket because she was fouled.
But who was pushing that tempo? That was Addie Edgar with a great pass down the court to Fish.
Skaggs the personal, and that is her second foul. Foul's going to be an issue and a storyline as this game continues. Fish back at the line. She misses. Fish scored the team's first points. Here's a look at that replay out ahead. She got behind the defense, and then Skaggs dropped that left arm. Got her on the arm. Second one good. Des Moines Christian back with the lead by 1.
Little zone action by DMC, mixing it up defensively, but Williamsburg says, that's okay with us. We'll drive right through it, pass and score.
Allen with 6 on that layup. Edgar back top of the key. 90 seconds to play in the half. Off the screen, the pick and roll's not there. Tipped away, but returned to the Lions. 15-foot floater, no good for Hall, and here come the Raiders. Hooker pulls up, now Rich, 3 again. Long. She has shot from the Caitlin Clark spot a couple of times and only had 1 go in, but she'll keep shooting because that's what shooters do. Edgar to the rack, and good.
Let's talk about the level of difficulty for that shot. You're going through 2 defenders. You're right-handed. You're on the left side. You're contorting your body, and you're putting it up and in. Beautiful job.
Under a minute to play. Des Moines Christian by 1. We were tied after 1 quarter. Becker into the corner. 3 from Skaggs. Tipped around, taken back by DMC. Here comes Muller. Collects. Fish underneath. A little strong. She was expecting some contact. It's going to be off of Blue. Go back to White. Last touched by Lauren Schmaltz. 30.8. Here come 2 new Lions into the game. Van Mersbergen and Neeram on a IMT insurance substitution.
You can see the focus of defense. These girls love to play defense. They're really excited. They get fired up on defense. Mueller on the last one had a fantastic box out. Was boxing out somebody that was a lot taller than her, but because of her positioning, she got that board.
15 on the clock, into the corner. Becker 10 seconds. Now Allen, 15-foot, she's tipped. Hooker puts it back up, no good. And Des Moines Christian has a chance. 3 seconds, 2. Edgar lets it fly at the buzzer, no good. And the Lions will take a 1-point lead into the break. 23-22. And a nearly identical quarter again. The only difference is an 11-point second quarter. All right, you're heading to the locker room. 2 quick things for each team. What's DMC going to talk about?
Keep up your intensity on defense. Try to get in those passing lanes and get down. They haven't had enough steals. They usually have a lot more steals. Then they can run and gun because they love that transition game. So they've got to keep that intensity so they can turn that defense into offense.
And Coach Dacey, what's she going to say?
Rebound, 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 and score. You're doing great at that. Keep doing what you're great at. Put the ball in Rich's hands as often as you can. She's so confident in shooting because she knows we have that. Williamsburg has the height advantage and can offensive rebound and put those back in.
I think you could argue that Des Moines Christian did a much better job of keeping Rich away from getting the ball there in that second quarter. All right, we're at halftime. We'll come back. Des Moines Christian leads by a point. You're watching the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union Digital Network, powered by Mid-American Energy.
Here in Greater Des Moines, we're the unexpected sports mecca that feels like home. We are the big ballers, the little kickers, the underdogs, and the bulldogs. We've got events wacky and wild, big and small. We host them all. That old sports cliche, nobody believes in us? Nah, when you come here, you'll believe it. Because in Des Moines, only the S's are silent. Let's go!
Different people have different needs, so Delta Dental of Iowa has affordable dental and vision coverage that meets you where you are. Small business on a budget? We have options with no employer costs. Traditional Medicare plans don't cover dental, but we do. And if you can't get benefits at work, you can buy direct from us. Plus, we give back to local communities, so you help make an impact. Choose Delta Dental for your smile, for your health, for your community.
Freedom Tire is proud to support the Iowa Girl through their sponsorship of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union. With 6 locations around the metro, you're never far from getting you back or keeping you on the road. Our certified staff and state-of-the-art technology means you can take comfort knowing you've got the best work at the best prices. Give us a try at Freedom Tire, a proud supporter of the IGHSAU.
Fuel choice that's cheaper, homegrown, and better for the planet? Now that's worth the hype. Pump it up with Unleaded 88.
Something exciting is growing on Iowa farms these days. Innovation. From tractors that seed, weed, and harvest with data-driven precision to drones that scout or plant cover crops to protect soil and water. Even our animals live in smart homes with round-the-clock care. Technology keeps your food safer, water cleaner, and makes us more sustainable. Because what we do here benefits everyone here. Life on the farm makes everyone's life better.
Back here at halftime of this Class 3A quarterfinal, the last of the quarterfinals here on Tuesday. Des Moines Christian leads Williamsburg 23-22. Back courtside with Joanna Settles. I'm Paul Yeager. Glad to have you here in this contest. We did a little bit of what the coaches would be thinking about, but now let's break down that first half. I just felt that Carly Rich hadn't scored. Then you had to look at the stats, and it was true. So, obviously, that must be a key that Des Moines Christian focused on, but how do you keep doing that? She can't stay silent the whole game, can she?
She went. She's taking quality shots. I like the shots she's taking, and there's quite a few offensive rebounds, so Williamsburg is scoring off of her missed shots.
Williamsburg, you talked about it, I think maybe the second possession, how they need to do a better job of getting it down low. They did, and they also racked up some fouls. So is that whole inside-outside business?
It is, absolutely. Inside out, do what they can. They're great three-point shooters as well. They haven't connected on as many as they want to. It is a little different here. There's emptiness behind the hoops, but they practiced. They went to Carver Hawkeye Arena. Williamsburg did to practice that look. I think they'll get hotter in the second half.
And Des Moines Christian worked at Drake, so yeah, same concept, trying to work on those things. A lot of teams will go through and do that. So Des Moines Christian, though, Addie Etker, 8 points. That's about half of her average, so she's on pace. Does this look like a scouting report to say let her get hers? Or is, to me, that 8 has been a struggle.
I would say that Addie Etker is doing what her team needs. It's not just 8 points, which is a little low for her, but what her team needs is rebounding. She has 9 boards. That's leading all rebounders, which is super impressive. So Coach Harkin talked about that team unity, the team unity that Etker is doing, scoring when she can, making great passes, pushing the ball. A lot of the passes we saw to Etta Fish, and she's pushing that tempo, getting the ball ahead to her teammates, kind of like Caitlin Clark does, right? And that rebounding so well. So she's playing a fantastic game. Even if her points are down a little bit, she's allowing her teammates to score.
Speaking of points, we'll discuss them in full and give you some percentages and other first half stats when we return. You are watching the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union Digital Network, which is powered by Mid-American Energy.
At Mid-American Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. Mid-American Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Excelling in athletics takes teamwork, dedication, and a commitment to excellence. These are the same qualities that help our pig farmers and our communities thrive. The Iowa Pork Producers Association is proud to support statewide high school athletics and the student athletes who make us all proud. Visit iowapork.org/WeCare to meet the people behind the pork and hear about our winning approach to caring for our pigs, the environment, and our communities.
SWIC is a community. Southwestern Community College is a place in rural southwest Iowa where students from across the world come to be a part of a tight-knit family, Spartan Nation, where they study, train, grow, thrive, and are called by name, not by number. At SWIC, we are one.
Halftime, Des Moines Christian leads Williamsburg by a point here in this 3A quarterfinal. The winner will play Dubuque Wahlert on Thursday, who won last night. Let's take a look at your halftime statistics in a little greater detail from the team side. These are brought to you by Sukup Manufacturing. Points are the same, field goal percentage in favor of Des Moines Christian, but Williamsburg has taken 31 shots to Des Moines Christian 17. 3 points, 3-point percentage not real sharp for Williamsburg. Rebounds, though, Joanna, this is where you start to see. Together as a team, both of them are pretty even, but that defensive one stands out.
It does. Des Moines Christian has 16 defensive rebounds compared to only 9 for Williamsburg. But on the flip side, Williamsburg has 10 offensive boards, and Des Moines Christian only has 5, which evens us out with 21-19. So definitely a focus and a conversation that both coaches are having at the halftime talk.
Addie Etker, 8 points, 5 for Ellie Owen, 3 for Etta Fish, and 4 for Bryn Van Mersbergen. For the Raiders of Williamsburg, 7 for Carly Rich, 6 for Zoe Allen, 2 for Ava Hooker, Kennedy Skaggs with 3 and 2 for Kylie Sewer. Channing Becker has yet to score, but she has logged 14 points, as we have not seen McKenna Hughes much since the beginning of the game. Not sure if we'll see her in this second half as Des Moines Christian makes their way back out onto the court, and sometimes it's all about matchups. And so the one that stands out again to me was the number of shots Williamsburg has taken. What else stands out for you there, Joanna?
Yeah, that's a lot of shots. The other thing is that Des Moines Christian has 9 turnovers. That's a lot.
Yeah.
So you don't want to double that in the second half, so they need to do a better job of taking care of the basketball. Obviously, they want that quick tempo. Even their first possession of the game was a turnover, so they'll give a few because they want to run so fast, but they need to make better passes, catch the ball, and score in transition.
We've had 2 score ties. We've changed the lead 4 times. Des Moines Christian led by 7 early on in the first quarter, late in the first quarter. Then Williamsburg led by their biggest lead was 4. So when you just do a quick look at that, anything can happen. We'll talk about the second half. In fact, you know what? Let's just go ahead and broadcast the second half when we return.
This game is heating up, folks. Frank squares up like a butcher block on defense. Audie with the fadeaway. She's on fire! Literally, that is. The net has been burned to a crisp.
At Mid-American Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. Mid-American Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
This is a matchup for the ages. Audie cuts a path straight to the paint, and she serves up a slam dunk. I hope Audie may have the win, but Frank really got the W on that play. That's gotta hurt.
Well, Wells Fargo Arena, Williamsburg, and Des Moines Christian getting ready to take the court, and it looks like it's going to be starters for both back onto the floor, including McKenna Hughes coming back in. All right, we've kind of talked about a couple of things. Want to change your mind? Anything you want to focus on?
No, I'd love to go back to where we started. Coach Dacey said, hey, Etkin is so good at stealing the ball. She's really long. We want to make sure she's kind of like that Cooper DeJean. We don't want any pick sixes, and currently she has 0 steals. So kudos to Williamsburg for taking the care of the ball.
Hughes with the basketball on the left wing. Holds it, now dribbles in, drives, kicks. Hooker, 3. Good.
That's the game plan. There it is. It's great ball movement.
Love a good drive and kick. It's going to be off the head of Zoe Allen. She didn't expect that one coming.
Des Moines Christian does not have any fast break points, which is a little shocking. So Williamsburg is getting back in transition and defending well.
Inbound to Owen. Now Fish. Etker drives. Oh, that was an even more circus play. She's done a lot of those, and they've gone in, so why not keep trying? Hughes catches in transition, drives, gets by everybody, and puts it in. So the senior, who didn't play but 2 minutes of the first half, has now scored 2 points in the third quarter. And not even the first minute. Etker looks for a cut, not there. Motions for Muller to move, now Etker. Guarded by Hooker. Gets a screen. Step back 3, off the mark. Long board, gets her own rebound, and she stepped on the line. Oh, Etker on that far baseline.
But not before getting her 10th rebound of the day.
To me, when a guard gets a double-double, that is, to me, more impressive things. It's easy for a post player, right? When you're so close.
Easy.
I know, relatively.
There we go. Get it into the post.
Allen with the 6-player move. Straight out of 6-on-6. Good post play. Poked away. Allen does it on the defensive side. Dribbles through traffic. She's got Edgar on her hip. Doesn't know it yet. She's going to go coast to coast and miss. Muller the board, and then it's taken away again. Hooker, 2.
What a start for Williamsburg in this second half.
9-0 run to open the third quarter, and we have a timeout. Chris Harkin gets his Lions back into the den. And you see Coach Dacey way out there on the court. She was here for a lot of basketball yesterday, getting a chance to watch those 3A teams, and it's just fun to listen to coaches talk. To hear them, well, what about this? What about this? What's she saying right there?
Well, she wants to be in a uniform, as you can tell. She's on the court. She acts like she's in the game. Her fire and intensity is just incredible. I love it. She's getting her team so fired up. She loves what they're doing. They executed well, and the ball went in. So keep doing what you're doing. Make great passes. Get back in transition. Don't give them any easy buckets. And keep driving. Get the ball inside if you can. If not, be ready for that three-point shot.
All right. Des Moines Christian gets together and comes out of this timeout. 6 minutes, third quarter, 31-23, and it's a turnover as Rich dribbles across. 5-on-4, goes through, lays it up, the runner good. Rich's first point since the first quarter. She now has 9. It's a 10-point lead for Williamsburg, and a foul by Hughes. You know, the easy question in the postgame, Joanna, is to ask the coach, say Williamsburg goes on to win this game, and you say, Coach, what'd you talk about at halftime? Nothing. They say, all coaches will tell you that whole, what did you do at halftime? What was the speech? That's the movies. It's overrated. It doesn't really happen. However, I get the sense there was a little bit of fire at that half court, or just the simple, ladies, you know what to do, turn around, walks out the door.
There's always fire. You have to bring them down a little bit, stay calm, review things, and then get them pumped up, and they got pumped up in the most perfect way.
Allen over her defender, misses, and Hooker saves it. And still somehow comes away with it. Carly Rich directing traffic way out at the logo.
Here's a high horn set. A diagonal screen to get the ball inside.
Allen just a little strong on that shot. Used a lot of glass, could have used a little more, she's saying to herself. Kirkman, guarded way out front. Nice cut and bucket for Van Mersbergen. Bryn, the sophomore, she attacks. And now going to the line.
And she's scoring in the same way on that cut. She's getting in front of her defender. And Williamsburg defensively it's called jam that cutter. You have to make them go behind so they can't get an easy basket with such an easy pass to the offense.
Van Mersbergen scores her team's first 2 points, but can't get the third as Allen gets in position for that board and grabs it for her team in white. Rich walks it up. 4.5 to play, third quarter. Hooker, the sophomore. Now it's up to Skaggs, back to Rich. Rich, now Hooker, left elbow. Short. Good rebound by Ellie Owen, the sophomore. She's a rebounding threat. She showed it right there. Good pass interior. Rich steps in front of it. She has Hughes to her right. Hooker to her left. Rich takes it over and scores. Holy cow, what a play. Carly Rich.
Better watch out if Rich gets hot because the whole team goes with her.
Nice drive and then a foul. No, it's going to say offensive foul on Kirkman. Was she a little bit out of control maybe? Is that why that's called?
Well, the defense has to be set for that call to be made, or she has to displace the defense. which there was a lot of contact, really the most contact we've seen in a play this whole game.
Substitutions here, brought to you by IMT Insurance. Learn how you can be worry-free at imtins.com. 10-point advantage for Williamsburg. They trailed by 1 at the half. They've come out on a great third quarter start to this contest. And it's been by a lot by that player, Carly Rich. Into the corner, Hooker.
You see the trapping zone now as they switch out of man-to-man into a zone for the defense of the Lions.
Into the corner, 3 on the way, off the mark by Sanchez. Rebound, Etker. Gets it up ahead to Owen. Eyes up, turns Becker over and scores.
Possible carry there that we might not have seen. Held it a little long, but nice attack as she comes.
I think the whole student section for Des Moines Christian did this big, and
Yes.
they looked away. I didn't see anything.
Held their breath a little bit. When you talk about coaches not wanting to share everything, when I asked Coach Harkin about changing out of their man-to-man defense into zone, which is what they're doing right now, he just smiled and didn't answer the question. It was a little smirk, like I can't tell you all my secrets, but here's this zone to mix things up just a little bit, to try to slow down this incredible offense of Williamsburg.
And that'll be a shot clock violation. Sanchez, that was even beyond NBA, but that's that desperation heave, and so a turnover.
Yeah, not a great shot, but she had no choice but to launch.
Des Moines Christian will face a little bit of pressure from Williamsburg. Etker gets the inbound. Now Muller. She'll dribble it up.
What Williamsburg is doing there is getting the ball out of Etker's hands.
That's the second time Williamsburg's been able to step in front of that pass, almost the exact same play. It's almost the sag defense into the middle type play.
One step away, looks like it is open, but it's not. Step into that passing lane.
Sewer's shot no good, and Des Moines Christian comes away with it. They're on a little mini run of their own right now. Etker drives off the glass and good. Etker now in double figures with 10.
Yes, again, impressive because she was so off balance. Goes off 1 foot, but when you use the glass and go high off the backboard, it goes in.
Williamsburg calls timeout at the 1:48 mark. Third quarter here from the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union State Tournament, the digital network, which is powered by Mid-American Energy.
Mid-American Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. Mid-American Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Des Moines Christian led by 1 at half, 23-22. Williamsburg comes out on a 9-0 run. Now Des Moines Christian has done their own 4-0 run. Timeout by Williamsburg as you look at their pet band on the screen here inside. All right, so Williamsburg, their key was to handle the Des Moines Christian press. Early on, that was a factor. What changed? Anything?
No, I think in the half court, Williamsburg has just been able to jump those passes, and I think their half court defense has made a difference in the second half.
Let's see what Williamsburg does here out of the timeout. 19 on the clock.
DMC goes back to man, so they're really switching things up from man-to-man to zone, a 2-3 zone.
Hooker, now Rich, has a screen set, kicks it. Becker, 3, no good. Rebound, you guessed it, Addie Etker. Oh, nice move. Dribbling in. And missing are the Lions, and the rebound comes out to Kylie Sewer.
Good.
A lot of freshmen, sophomores playing in this. We might see these two teams again as the years go on, Joanna.
We could. There's Zoe Allen with the ball, number 10. She played great defense, clean defense on the other end.
Van Mersbergen called for the foul of Allen way out.
You have to be set on those screens. They set a lot of high ball screens.
Channing Becker, the freshman. As coach says, she's tiny but mighty, and the motor never stops. I think that is an absolute obvious assessment. And a great shot by Allen off the paint. She now has 10. 12-point lead for Williamsburg.
I love how Coach Dacey uses her height advantages, uses her post, and that's just a great post move. A simple entry pass, one dribble up and in for the layup, and the size advantage for Williamsburg needs to continue to be used for their advantage.
Becker with it, shot clock off, 18 seconds. Into the corner, Rich, Allen, entry, poked away. Des Moines Christian, that's going to be a foul. Great change. Sewer is called for the foul. What happened was a good ball switch from left to right, and then that caused the contact right there.
It was. If we could freeze frame the last play by Williamsburg offensively, Des Moines Christian literally had 5 on the ball side, which caused some problems for Williamsburg, and Sewer was left by herself on the weak side. And so when you're playing 4-on-5, advantage defense.
6 seconds in the quarter. Des Moines Christian, 2 seconds, 1 at the buzzer. That's not even close. Shot blocked. And that's how a third quarter, you could call it the Williamsburg quarter. They jump out, and they will take an 8-point lead to the fourth quarter. You're watching the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union Digital Network. This is the final 3A quarterfinal. This is all powered by Mid-American Energy.
At Mid-American Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. Mid-American Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Something exciting is growing on Iowa farms these days. Innovation. From tractors that seed, weed, and harvest with data-driven precision to drones that scout or plant cover crops to protect soil and water. Even our animals live in smart homes with round-the-clock care. Technology keeps your food safer, water cleaner, and makes us more sustainable. Because what we do here benefits everyone here. Life on the farm makes everyone's life better.
We talk about a game of runs, Joanna Settles. There's one run that Des Moines Christian wants back, and that's on turnovers. Not a good half there for turning the ball over. Is that really the only difference in that third quarter for you?
It is, and when Williamsburg was able to get those steals, they converted on the offensive end.
It's one thing to get the ball. It's another to put it through the hoop. Are you saying that's a hard thing?
It is. It is hard.
All right, Lions get the ball, and they're going to turn it over. Hooker had to go off her leg. Now Becker has it back as Williamsburg.
So in the first half, DMC had 9 turnovers, and already in this game, they've had another 9 in the first 8+ minutes of the second half. Williamsburg defense is tough.
And Edgar called for the foul, and already a whistle to start. And as the game goes on and a team needs to stop the clock, those fouls are going to be adding up for players. Rich has to get it in at 4 3/4. And she does. Gets the screen from Allen, drives around, puts it up strong. Little contact, plays through it, goes off of the team in white. It'll go back to DMC.
And Williamsburg would like to go to the monitors on that call because they all disagreed, but we're not doing that in this game.
Well, it is on their side of the court. Their fan base is right there.
And it was kind of a 3-on-1. It did look like Des Moines Christian, but you know what? We don't have that view, and the ref does, so we'll go with that.
Edgar gets by Hooker, and almost had the and one. But she'll instead get 2 shots. Good job by Edgar taking it to the rack.
One thing that makes Edgar so good is that she's so crafty going to the left if you watch her, she's a right-handed shooter. She plays almost as if she's a lefty. She loves to go left. Most of her dribble drive action has been to the left side of the lane.
All right, Coach Harkin there. In his second season, he'd been an assistant at Centennial. He still teaches there. So he's seen the big-time basketball now in the 3A. Plays a lot of 4A squads, and now he's going to need anything to go his way here to help this team, as they are facing a big mountain right now, down 8 after 2 missed free throws. Rebound to DMC, and they'll inbound it. Etker on the cut. She was hoping that Neram was going to be open. Now Etker has it back. Powers through, strong, and scores. And a whistle and a timeout, Des Moines Christian. So Etker only had 2 points in the third quarter, Joanna. Now 12 on the game. So if you want to say turnovers were key, you could also say Williamsburg defense of Etker was key in that third quarter too.
It sure was, and here you see her, Etker, driving to the right, drawing the foul. Sorry, not drawing the foul, scoring right there. And a quick timeout by Coach Harkin. I like that. They needed to refocus again. They've only played less than a minute here, but they wanted to talk about something. You see the clipboard out. They're explaining something, making sure everybody's on the same page of what they're doing so they can take care of the ball and try to get some steals themselves.
Well, it could be a different defense. It's not. I thought maybe it'd be a different press. It's not. So let's see what they jump into. Looks like maybe
2-3 zone.
Yeah, 2-3, but it looks like Neram is up a little high.
Pulling that weak side defense. You can see 4 right there, and there it is.
And they cause the trap and get the turnover and the score. Etker now with 14. 4 in this fourth quarter. The lead is cut to 4.
Etker didn't have a steal at all in the first half, but that one has got her whole team and all of Des Moines Christian fired up.
They're jumping way out on this 2-3.
They are, and they're pulling all defenders to the strong side of the ball as well.
Shot clock under 10. Becker now into the corner. Hooker 3. No good. Allen crashes in. Becker gets the board.
Of course she does. The 5-foot offensive rebounder. The board and the score from the top of the key. It's Williamsburg.
Channing Becker gives the lead back to 7. Etker drives through contact. Loose ball. Who's in tying it up? Who's in tying it up?
The 5-foot. I don't think she knows she's 5 foot. She's like, I'll play like I'm 5'7". I'll get in the right place. That's a shout out to her basketball IQ of knowing where that ball is going to be.
Coach Dacey said Becker can defend. She knows the game. She makes smart decisions. She did all 3 in those 2 possessions. Thank you to all coaches for helping out with our information this week. Turnover for Etker. And now here come the Lions. Oh, nice behind the back. Set score! Etker, the human highlight reel, cuts it to 5. Hooker with it, way out front. Rich on the back cut. Into the corner, 3 coming. Missing is Skaggs, rebound Lions. They can cut further into this lead. 3 on the way from Owen. Second 3 of the game, pulls it within 2. 5 minutes to play.
That's Ellie Owen's 29th three-pointer of the year and her biggest so far.
Hooker tries to answer. No good. Rebound Lions. Loose ball. And Etker comes away with it. Down low. The score is converted and tied on Schmaltz's bucket. Tied at 40. Timeout. Williamsburg. 4:29 to play. The digital network built and powered by Mid-American Energy comes your way after this replay 3.
Mid-American Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. Mid-American Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
They're playing the Rocky theme with the Williamsburg band. They need a little bit of fight. DMC making some noise. I felt like there in a couple of moments, Joanna Settles, that I was that Joe Rogan meme or the gif where he's super excited. I'm grabbing your arm. I told you I was going to. This game's gotten good.
This feels like a Friday or Saturday game, right? And here we are on Tuesday in this first round of the girls' state basketball game. We are tied up at 40. A swing of momentum. It was all Williamsburg to start the half.
Hooker's shot no good. Allen the putback and score. Ends the run. Allen with 12. Williamsburg the lead again.
And they've switched up. This is the third different defender, now the fourth different defender that's tried on Etkin. Nobody can stop her. She just is all green light, all go, get to the paint and score.
Now with 18 points. Rich gets by her defender, floats it, and she'll go to the line for a pair.
Here's Carly Rich, gets by her defender, steps through all 5 of them. 1 on 5, it's Carly Rich. Advantage, Carly, she's at the line.
Misses the first. She scored 1,000 points, crossed the 1,000-point threshold this year. Leading scorer for the team since she was a freshman.
She's only shooting 58%. And this game can easily come down to free throws as it's so close. So important to connect. Only 1 for 2. She's got to stick both.
That gives her team nice give and go. The runner in the lane, too strong for Owen, and Williamsburg comes away with the loose ball.
Such a great pick and roll. Again, have to finish on the backside of that play.
Into the corner, Hooker, pump fake, drive in, kick for Allen, too strong. Who's on the other end of it? Rich. No good on the floater, loose ball. And Rich is still harassing Owen. Now Edgar to the rescue. 3 coming. Rattles around. Allen the loose grab. Here comes Hughes across midcourt. 2:50 to play.
Yes, wisely slows it down. Didn't have the advantage in transition. Williamsburg wants to start this offense in Carly Rich's hands. They bring the 4 high again. The up and under. I love it, I love it, I love it.
14 for Rich on maybe the best play of her night, and a foul by Hooker on Edgar. And that is the 4th foul for Ava Hooker. Let's look at this replay again. Look at Rich.
Blow by the tall defenders on the strong side. Oh, by the way, there's no one on the weak side. So take advantage. Go up and in for 2.
Dare I say that play was money? I could say it. I don't think I will, though. 2.5 to play. Edgar. Lions down by 3. Edgar off the screen, gets tied up, and loose ball still. Lions have it, throwing the elbow is Edgar. Hold on before anything. Timeout was called. A lot of contact there, but Coach Harkin called timeout.
These timeouts so key for both teams. Both coaches doing a great job to try to stop momentum, to try to control the game and put it where they want. Right now it's Williamsburg's ball underneath the basket. They will look to score on this inbounds play. They've tried to run the 4 low quite a bit, look for some pick and roll action. Williamsburg will stay in the man-to-man defense.
Winner of this one plays Wahlert Thursday afternoon at 3:15 in the Class 3A semifinal. Wahlert with a 51-46 win over Spirit Lake last night. Mount Vernon and Esterville Lincoln Central will play. They've already played once this season in the rivalry weekend over in Cedar Rapids. They'll have 4A today and 2 of the 2A games.
The biggest difference as of recently is that Des Moines Christian is taking care of the basketball. They have slowed down in the last 7 minutes. They haven't had a turnover, and they find themselves only 1 3-pointer away from tying the lead.
Edgar to inbound, 2:12 to play, 17 on the shot clock. Into the corner for Schmaltz. Gets by her defender, and it's poked away. Loose ball right in front of us, taken by Williamsburg. Hooker has Hughes, who scores.
So beautiful, the steal, the all-in effort by Sewer.
And Hughes threw it off of Kirkman's leg right in front of the Williamsburg bench, and it'll stay with the Berg.
And you can see all the intensity, passion, and fire for the game coming from Coach Dacey to her teammates. What a beautiful bounce pass.
That's preseason 2-on-1 drill to a T right there. And then there's the throwback. Hughes, top of the key. Now Rich gets her defender in, cuts it, throws it up, and she's going to get 2 shots on the free throw. As we're back to live action here. Actually, it's them walking to their free throw positions. Not much action, but the replays have been very, very good.
Good ball movement on the perimeter by Williamsburg. It gets to Carly Rich on that right wing. She ball fakes, gets her defender in the air, dribbles, goes, takes on 3 defenders, gets fouled, ends up here. Now this is where she has to connect with these free throws. This is where it's a mental game. She's only 60% on the season, but she's got to connect here.
Substitution here. Learn how you can be worry-free at imtins.com. Going to the bench is Skaggs. Becker back in. Free throw from Rich is good. She now has 15. The lead back to 6 for the Raiders. Oh, nice move. And foul. Edgar is fouled on her way to the basket. Hooker just got picked up her 5th foul. They said Hooker did that? Okay. Hooker is gone at the 137 mark with 7 points. She had a great first half, a little quieter here.
But she just had that beautiful transition bounce pass to score with the assist. She was 1 basket away from a double-double. So great effort by Hooker, the 5'10" super sophomore. And now you see number 2, who we've watched all night for Des Moines Christian, Addie Etker. She takes another one. You can see there's an urgency now with her. There's that urgency. She's driving, trying to score, draws a couple defenders, ends up at the line. She will have an urgency to get the ball in her hands and score every possession here on out.
Etker makes a pair to get 20 and cut the lead to 4. Here comes the full court pressure we haven't seen in a while. Good place for it. Rich just trying to dribble through it, and then she gets shoved in the right arm by Van Mersbergen.
Wisely uses her body there really to draw that foul out of the defense.
I shouldn't say shove. It was more of the, I'm trying to keep myself upright because of the line change. 91 seconds to play. Becker gets the inbounds. Has a little bit of screen help from Rich, who now has it. Again, by her defender, the floater. Good.
The Des Moines Christian brings their defense out really far, way past the 3-point line. So when Carly Rich drives by her, she has such an advantage and connects so well.
Oh, step back 3 off the mark. Great move by Etker. Just didn't quite get her full feet under it. You know she'll work on that move a lot. She's a junior who has just been outstanding. Now Williamsburg with a minute to play. And the pressure is going to get to him. Etker is going to be fouled by Becker on the right wing. And that's only the 4th team foul, so not a shooting situation, but it will be for either team for a foul here forward in the final 54 seconds. Back into the game is Claire Kirkman on an IMT insurance substitution. Etker. Lions down by 6. They need some points in a hurry. 3 coming off the mark. Hughes saves it into the arms of Becker, and then we're tied up, and it'll stay with Des Moines Christian.
Good effort by Etker to crash that passing lane and try to get a steal, ties it up.
Owen had a good look there. She's had a rising stock kind of come on here as the end of the season has worn on. They need her big in the final 41 seconds. Etker gets it in. Oh, good move. Kirkman, 15-footer, little off balance. Good putback and foul. Foul's going to be on Sewer, her 4th, and going to the line for a pair will be Van Mersbergen.
Right, Coach Dacey on that dead ball went with the taller, bigger lineup here, put Sewer in, and she hasn't been in for just seconds here and draws a foul, or commits the foul.
Bryn misses the first. There's a look at Becker and Dacey having a nice conversation. Encouragement. Dacey coached at the college level, played at big-time college, played in the state tournament. She knows what it means to be here for her girls, and she wants them to have a great experience. She says it's all about them. Can they pull this off? Up 6 with 33 seconds, but Des Moines Christian is absolutely making it extremely hard, and now there's a chance to be within 3 points on Owens' bucket and 1.
It is. 30 seconds is a long time. We see the replay here. The rebound by Allen. She takes her time, tries to pivot, and really scrappy defensive play by Ellie Owen to get the steal.
The free throw is missed. Allen the board, gets it back out to the guards quickly, and now Rich with it, and she's fouled in front of the scorer's table. And Rich will go to the line. As you mentioned earlier, Rich, not the best of free throw shooters, 58%. That's actually the one you want to foul. Normally it's not the guard.
Yep, she tries to dribble down to the sideline there. Gets the foul. Of course, no one-on-one anymore, right? Makes the first. That's a big basket. Of course, in Williamsburg, the fire trucks were out yesterday. The whole town had a huge send-off for Williamsburg as they came up to Des Moines yesterday to watch some of the 3A play, hoping that they'd have the opportunity to play one of them later this week.
Rich hits a pair. And before the ball's inbounded, Coach Dacey calls timeout. And, you know, Williamsburg has had success. I've had them a bunch of times at the state softball tournament over the years. And a lot of these players are the same. You think Carly Rich, she's a shortstop. McKenna Hughes plays 3rd. Ava Hooker, she plays on this team. I mean, multi-sport athletes, that's what we will see the rest of the day. Less specialization as the schools get smaller, and they just know, the big parts of this. Now, if you're Des Moines Christian, you are looking up now, a 2-possession game with 23 seconds. What are you going to do here? What are you thinking?
Score quickly, right? Score quickly. It's okay to take it 2.
Yeah.
Obviously, fire on an open 3. You might see some perimeter pick and rolls like they've done so well. Take care of the basketball, get the ball up and in, crash the boards hard offensively, score, and try to get a steal. This is off the free throw make. So you can see referee Matt Scholl saying that they can run the baseline here, but there's no full court pressure, just picking up man-to-man here just past half court. 23 seconds.
There was a look at Edgar's stats. Just a great line. Edgar has the basketball, 15 seconds on the clock. To the left side. Nice drive. Muller. No good. Rebound, Williamsburg, and it's Hughes. And now with 10 seconds, she just has to get rid of it. She will not. She'll take the foul. And Hughes can all but seal it now with 9.1 on the clock. Williamsburg, the team was here last night when the fire alarm went off. And Coach had already planned to send them back to the hotel at the end of that game. They just took off after that. Now, Coach has stayed. But never have I ever been here for a fire alarm when the whole arena has to evacuate.
No, that was a new one.
Tipped around, Lions have it. 7 seconds. Edgar with it, cross midcourt. She has to go in a hurry. They get it to Owen for the three. It's good. Owen hits it for 15. And that is how before we celebrate, I think Des Moines Christian had a timeout. The clock does not stop in high school ball on a made bucket. It is a 3-point advantage right now for Williamsburg. Mark Ward is going to say they're going to put .8.
.8, you have to steal the ball. You cannot dribble.
Correct.
Steal, shoot a three.
You can shoot.
Yes.
You cannot dribble. Here's a look at that three again by Owen. She has 15.
And that's her 30th made three-pointer on the season. Huge three-point makes here in the second half by the sophomore Ellie Owen. So steal, shoot, tie this up. We go to overtime.
It's easy.
It's not easy. But it can be done. But it's possible.
If you're Williamsburg, you just go baseball pass deep?
Yes, but they'll put someone on the ball so that they can't do that. But you have to touch the ball, have possession here. Trying to figure out where to put the fifth person. She's more in a stealer position so she can see where they're going to pass it into. They pass it in. They go to the post. That's the game.
52-49. Williamsburg advances. Williamsburg with the come-from-behind victory. They will advance to play Dubuque-Wahlert on Thursday afternoon. Des Moines Christian season ends on a 21-4 mark. Made it to the state tournament for the second year in a row. And their two best players are coming back for next season. Williamsburg, big run, the key. They were down 1 at the half, and a 9-0 run started in the third quarter, Joanna.
Whatever that halftime talk was by Coach JC. Copy and paste to round 2.
We'll have a little ceremony here. We'll pause, and then we'll step aside for Class 4A basketball.
The Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union, presenting awards from the IGHSAU, our basketball administrator, Gary Ross, and Executive Director Aaron Gerlich. Congratulations, head coach Chris Harkin and the Lions from Des Moines Christian on an outstanding basketball season. And now Carly Rich will advance her team to the next round on the official bracket at center court. Raider fans, your team advances to the 3A semifinals and will play Thursday, March 6th at 3:15.
Des Moines Christian led by Addie Edgar's 20 points, 15 from Ellie Owen. She also had 6 rebounds. Addie Edgar had 13 boards, by the way. Pretty darn good. 6 from Bryn Van Mersbergen. 3 for Etta Fish. For Williamsburg, 19 for Cardi Rich, 12 for Zoe Allen. 7 for Ava Hooker, and then 3 from Skaggs, Sewer, and Becker. Actually, Sewer had 2. Free throws are going to be a story both of these teams are going to look at. Williamsburg 6 of 15 from the line, 40%. Des Moines Christian 11 of 22 for 50. So both of these teams think if we could just make a couple more free throws, this game is different. But as you put a bow on it, Joanna, what stands out to you about this performance?
Coach Williamsburg coach Stephanie Rich Dacey is just elated. It was really fun. I watched her in the celebration. Of course, both teams, so much sadness here and so much joy with Williamsburg to be here at state for the first time. But Carly Rich, she led all scorers with 19. She was scoreless in quarter number 2, but she didn't do it alone. Of course, you mentioned Hoker with 10 rebounds, and then her post 6'1" Zoe Allen with the double-double, 12 points and 10 rebounds. But Williamsburg does play for something bigger. Carly's dad, passed away in 2016, so special to bring their family back to small-town Iowa and the love and support of a small-town Iowa town. So to see the beauty of that, to be able for Carly to play with her aunt, play for her aunt, and be such a team player to bring her team to state. Really special for the Rich family and for the entire Williamsburg community.
And our broadcasting family is going to be busy. If any of the games the rest of the day are like this, we got a great day ahead for our entire crew here on the Digital Union Network, both on the court and behind. For Joanna Settles, I'm Paul Yeager. Williamsburg advances with a 3-point win over Des Moines Christian. So long from Wells Fargo Arena. Thanks for watching this 3A quarterfinal on the Mid-American Energy Digital Network.